Hello and welcome back to System Shock 2. Before we go up to the Rickenbacker, I just want to quickly play the last two audio log files I picked up here on the Von Braun.
A worm crawled up my arm and rested on my neck. When he whispered into my ear, I felt a tingle. He told me how to make a weapon that would help us against our enemies. And here's the thing. It's made of worms. It even fires worms. But it stings like you wouldn't believe.
Suarez and his horde want to escape. I do not understand.
They get Athent and Miracle, and they bite the hand. The many has shared this wisdom.
They shall not leave the ship.
Okay, well we know that Suarez and Becca left on the last escape pod. Let's head up to the Rickenbacker. Nice view.
We arrived planetside via the shuttle on June 15th at 0800 hours. Kerenskin was the first one out the door, never even bothering to do a Level B hazard suit exam. Not wanting to let that little tri-op suit get a head start, Diego went right after him. I thought it was crazy, sending the senior officers of the Rickenbacker down to the surface of an uncharted body. But both those idiots were gonna get all the glory for the UNN and tri-op they could. Damn. Time for inspection. More later.
What exactly is that blocking the window on this side? Strange.
Anti-entropy activated.
We must destroy the Von Braun. But before we can separate the Rickenbacker, we must remove the foul black eggs the many has vomited on this deck. These eggs are an experiment of the many, and will in time spawn the next generation of Annelid, which you will have no hope of destroying. Steel yourself for a struggle, human. They fear you, for you are my avatar.
And this game came out well before the movie. He got his neck caught in the ladder.
Unit R983 compromised. Unit L092 compromised. Unit L433 compromised.
Anti-entropy deactivated.
This is one of the new eggs.
Good. You have destroyed the first of the eggs. But there are 15 left. Find them.
The eggs were lying in a semicircle in the middle of what looked like a crash crater. There were hundreds of those things, hundreds. As we got closer, you could hear them. Not the eggs, the things inside them. It was like music. I was scared out of my mind. with that music? All I wanted to do was see those things up close. Find out their secrets.
Anti-entropy activated.
Soldier, this is Captain William Diego. There isn't much time, so you must listen. I have the unique advantage of seeing this whole situation from every imaginable perspective. Until recently, I was a pawn of those vile and disgusting creatures, those corruptors of mind and body. I've managed to cleanse myself of their putrescence, but I've been severely compromised in the process. I'm in the sick bay on the foredeck of the Rickenbacker. I would come to you if I could, but that's an impossibility. You'll understand when we meet. Now get to it. And soldier, stay alive.
Strength activated. Anti-entropy activated. Psi shield activated.
This was caused by an overload in the Meson acceleration coil. There is another coil in part 2, which you must pass to get
To the bridge of the Rickenbacker. If you approach it,
the same will happen there. But I have conceived a way to avoid this. Proceed to engine nacelle B. There I will provide you the benefits of my omniscience.
In order to reverse the gravitronic generators, I need to get into nacelle B. In order to get into the nacelle, I need my damn access card. But I left it on the opposite side of the hull breach. Wait a minute. If I can extend the auxiliary support struts, I could. If they've survived the blast, that is. After a couple of hours, it was like being on a bender. Long periods that you couldn't remember. One minute we were in that crater. The next minute we were loading up the shuttle with the eggs. I remember hearing that idiot Kerenskin calling the Von Braun and ordering them to clear off the entire hydroponics deck. Diego seemed to think this was strange and said, "Are you crazy, Anatoly?" And Kerenskin smiled and said back to him, "Oh, Captain." We are not Anatoly.
No, we are not. Poor little guy.
For some reason, they couldn't get a hold of my mind the way they could the rest. So when I found the remains of the data wafer near the crater back on Tau Ceti, I didn't say a word. I just slipped it into my belt and thought, Dr. Polito will know what to do with this.
10 eggs remain. Move quickly.
Security system offline.
Anti-entropy activated.
Unit P-041 compromised.
That's Nacelle B.
Unit O-388 compromised.
Come here. Deactivated. Anti-entropy deactivated. Strength activated.
Unit L-036 compromised.
What did I think power was? What was my
Concept of joy. How empty life
must have been? As I merge my body with the biomass, I begin to sense
Security system
of
offline.
rapture.
Security system offline.
So I have to go to Nacelle B, but before I do I'm gonna increase the time the security system is offline. Another ice pick.
The worms are everywhere. Captain Diego is the one who let them in. Nobody knows who to trust anymore. Nobody's even sure who's human anymore. I've blown out the access ladders in the torpedo room to restrict access to Pod 2. Let's hope that holds them back. As long as we're alive and drawing a paycheck from the Navy, those bastards are not getting the Rickenbacker.
This security control station will turn off the power for quite a bit longer.
Security system offline. Unit L433 compromised. Unit P041 compromised. Unit K037 compromised. Unit R565 compromised.
So there's the nacelle, and I have to head in and from the log file reverse the gravitronic generator.
Destroy the last 5 of their eggs quickly. I tire of this exercise.
Perhaps we judged you too hastily.
We feel there is room for us
To coexist. After all, we are both children of flesh.
Why not join with us?
Against the machine mother.
And that is the question. Why not join with them?
Do you think you can defeat us with your wire?
And steel.
We offered you the ecstasy of our union, and you chose the vacuum of technology.
Vacuum of technology.
Unit L092 compromised. Unit R001 compromised.
This device will reverse the gravitronic generators in Pod 2. This will prevent you from clumsily disturbing the overloaded Meson acceleration coil there. Now get back to your task, insect. The ship must be cleared, and my patience is dwindling.
Hi there. Please make your selection. Hi there. Please make your selection.
Reinitialized.
Thank you for choosing Value Wrap.
So now we can head to Pod 2.
Security system offline.
Simpson, Malone, Shandera, and Perez are dead. At least those are the ones we know for sure. Those bastards sabotaged the Meson acceleration coil. They blew out the entire driver core, 6 subdecks. From what I can tell, somebody tapped the frequency resonator to refract human-sized movements. The overload of all those people moving around must have blown the resonator. We set up a magnetic shield, and the ship's still functional. Barely. I've quarantined the entrance to Pod 2. The secondary coil is right there, and I don't know how thorough the son of a bitch who did this was.
Remember that bridge in England, I think it was, and the sympathetic resonance of everyone walking in tandem caused it to start fluctuating or start to vibrating wildly, and it was kind of moving quite a bit. The engineers hadn't thought that people would start walking at the same time. They would start walking in tandem at the same time.
Until I can reverse the gravitronic generators, we're effectively cut off from Pod 2. Wozchek's email said the only way to do that is by resetting the power grid from the access station in engine cell B. Of course, he didn't volunteer to do it himself. What a goddamn mess.
Strength activated. Anti-entropy activated.
there. Please make your selection. Hi there. Please make your selection. Thank you for choosing Value Wrap.
Only one egg remains. Insect, are you always this slow?
I always wonder when one of these guys will pop out of the little box.
Anti-entropy activated.
Unit M101 compromised. Unit L433 compromised.
Sun shield deactivated.
You performed well, Insect. I've transmitted some cybernetic modules.
Choose your upgrades wisely.
There's more of that red stuff. It just broke the unbreakable glass. Well, we still have atmosphere.
Anti-entropy deactivated.
Unit A6941 compromised.
Anti-entropy activated.
Those torpedoes were highly radioactive, and it would have been impossible to pass them without jettisoning them.
Sun shield activated. Strength deactivated. Strength activated.
012 compromised.
You've destroyed all the eggs. Now, get to the bridge.
Here are some more upgrade modules.
I enjoy watching your transformation into my own image, insect. Perhaps there is hope for you yet.
And that completes Rickenbacker Deck A. Next level, Deck B, Sealer.